Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video, let's talk about human resources management. So, layo muna tayo sa mga employee concern, termination concern. I want to focus more on this video on providing information about human resources. Ito ay para doon sa mga currently na mga new HR practitioner or HR professionals right now, and para to doon sa mga gusto naman, no, na pumasok sa HR profession, and para ito dun sa mga currently na nag-aaral ngayon ng human resource management. I'm creating this video kasi napansin ko na most of the HR kasi is naka-base siya sa mga international principle ng human resources. Okay? Or sa mga principle ng human resources sa mga medyo by the book, no, by the book. So I want to share something na HRM or human resource management by experience. So in my so many years of experience in human resource, I want to share it naman, no, sa mga taong interesado sa human resources. All right, so let's start. When we talk about human resources management, okay, gagamitin ko yung principle ng management, yung planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. It is the planning, it is the organizing, leading, and controlling of people in the organization. So, ang organization kasi or isang company is run by people. Okay, so yung mga people sa loob, you need to plan who are the people to be part of the organization, and you need to organize them, department, position, and of course you need to lead them with target goal. Si company, il-lead niya yung mga empleyado para ma-achieve yung target goal na yun. And you need to control the people. Mas sinabing control yung behavior, control yung mga requirement natin sa mga tao, and then control din na para hindi sila makagawa ng mga bagay na ikasisira ng company. Okay? Now, lahat ng klase ng organization is run by people. Business organization, school, education, government, and actually even church, no, is run by people. Kaya there are other churches na may mga human resources department talaga sila. Okay? Now, without the company actually can exist, no, without really practicing the principle of human resources. Kaya lang medyo magiging chaotic yung company kapag hindi naman manage mabuti yung mga tao. That's why meron tayong tinatawag na people management. Okay? Now, how do you manage it? Every organization kasi meron silang vision, mission, and objectives. Now, depende dito sa target goal nila o sa objective nila kung paano na i-manage yung tao nila. For example, if they want to be a company na good sa customer service, so doon pa lang sa hiring process nila, sa testing process nila, customer service na yung skill na hinahanap nila, nahahanapin nila na para makatulong sa kanilang company. Or when it comes to training and development, hindi siya nila nakapokus gano sa ibang aspect, but more on customer service talaga. Kasi yun yung objective, yun yung vision and goal nila, no? So again, depende, no? But when it comes to people management, generally isang principle lang naman yung sinusundan. Isa-isahin natin, no, yung mga parang sort of guidelines, no, kung paano i-manage yung tao. Okay, number one, sa lahat ng klase ng organization actually look for people na makakatulong sa organization, and then they acquire their skills, talents, and abilities, no? So naghanap sila ng tao na makakatulong sa organization. Kung kailangan nila ng tao magaling sa sales, hanap sila ng tao magaling sa sales. Okay, kung naghanap sila ng taong marunong sa programming, hanap sila ng tao na marunong sa programming. Okay? And then after they look for people, they develop the people skills or the people's skills. Okay? Kasi may mga, for example, yung mga fresh graduate, syempre siyempre mga baguhan, no? Or yung mga newly hired employees, although may alam sila doon sa trabaho nila, kailangan pa rin silang i-orient, kailangan pa rin silang turuan para ma-meet nila yung mga goals and objectives ng trabaho nila or yung job description nila. So, kailangan yung gawin ng kumpanya. Bibihira yung plug and play. Pag sinabi yung plug and play, pag hinara mo, marunong na. No? Kailangan mo pa rin konting orientation, konting training, para matutunan ng tao kung ano ba talaga yung kanyang ginagalawan. Okay? Pangatlo, pag nandun na yung tao, na-hire na train na, you need to control the behavior. Kasi pag hindi na-control yung behavior ng tao, magiging chaotic yung organization. No? Gagawin ng tao kung ano yung gusto niyang gawin. No, mawawala yung professionalism, mawawala yung ethics na gusto mangyari ng company. For example, ang goal ng company is meron siyang highly trained and professional people. Ngayon, kung di mo control yon, maaring hindi niya na-achieve yung goals and objectives niya. Okay? At masama yun sa business. Hindi yung maganda, especially kung customer-oriented yung company. Kung unprofessional yung mga tao, mukhang mahirap yun. So, kailangan nandun yung control. Next is number 4, companies need to motivate people for better performance. So, kailangan mag-isip si company kung paano niya mabumotivate. So, na-hire na niya, na-train na niya, meron na siyang way of controlling people, then kailangan niyang i-motivate yung tao para ma-achieve lalo yung goals and objectives. Then, of course, number 5, the company needs to remove yung mga taong dapat tanggalin. Kung ang taong ito, o mga empleyadong ito is hindi nakakatulong sa company, kailangan niya magtanggal. So, part yun ng management. Number 6, yung mga personal and work-related information or confidential information ng mga employee, kailangan i-keep safe ng company. Hindi niya pwedeng basta-basta dinidiscuss to kung kani-kanino. Okay? Number 7, meron tayong mga tinatawag na mga labor laws, social legislation, rules and regulations, no? Kailangan itong sundin at mag-comply ng mga company. So, lahat ng ito, people management to lahat. Okay? And then lahat ng ito, towards the submission and vision and objectives ng company. So, again, depende siya. But again, hindi mawawala yung paghahanap ng tao, pagtuturo, pagtitrain ng tao, pag-control sa behavior, pag-keep ng mga records, hindi mo mawala yun. Pag-motivate, pagtanggal sa mga tao, at of course, yung pag-comply ng company sa rules and regulation nung bansa kung saan nakatatag or kung saan gumagalaw yung organization. Okay. Now, who are these people or who are going to do people management? Basically, pwede itong gawin ng owner. Especially kung mga maliliit ng company lang, or mga sole proprietor pero nag-start na magkaroon ng mga tao, pwede na si owner mag-hire, pwede na siya mag-fire, pwede na rin siya mag-discipline ng empleyado, pwede na rin siya mag-assess ng salary, magbigay ng promotion. So, kaya itong gawin ni owner. At kaya itong gawin ng, for example, corporation, kung board of director or board of trustees, they can do it. Pangalawa, the managers can do it. So, for example, meron kang general manager or meron kang manager ng isang department, kaya na nila yun. Kaya na nila mag-hire, kaya na nila mag-fire, kaya na nila mag-discipline, magturo ng mga empleyado. Okay? Pangatlo, of course, yung mga HR professionals, no? Yung mga HR practitioners. Ang lamang ng HR professionals at HR practitioners sa mga owner and manager na walang formal study sa human resources is yung mga practitioners kasi they really know what to do and what's going on sa isang field ng human resource, and then they really know scientifically, by theory, by principle, by practice, by experience, kung paano i-approach yung people management. Okay? May mga HR professional na talaga nag-aral, may mga HR professionals na nakuha through experience or through mga seminars. So basically, mas alam nila kung anong gagawin. That is why most companies have human resource department. Kasi sila yung expert. The company knows that there are people who are really expert when it comes to people management. They are really expert on motivating people or salary, creating salary structures, salary analysis, job analysis. There are experts in testing and recruitment. So basically, they are hiring HR professionals. Okay? So, but again, the owner can do it, the manager can do it, but syempre, hindi sila kagaya nung talaga mga HR professionals talaga, no? That they really know what are they going to do nasa isang particular field ng human resource. Okay? Now, let's move forward. So, alam na natin kung sino yung pwedeng gumawa ng people management. Ano naman yung mga areas ng human resource management? Magbabanggit lang ako ng 4 na basic. So, ibig sabihin, itong 4 na basic na to, hindi to pwedeng mawala kapag nagmamanage kayo ng tao. Yung other areas na hindi ko mababanggit, actually pwede silang wala. And currently, sadly, yung ibang company talaga, itong 4 lang to ang pinapractice. Yung iba, hindi nila pinapractice yung ibang field. No? Kumbaga, parang sort of, hindi pa sila ready or wala silang pakialam sa ibang field. Basta itong 4 na field na to, dapat andito. Okay? Number 1, recruitment and selection, or yung tinatawag natin ng talent acquisition. Kailangan to. Vital to. Kumbaga, isa sa mga fundamental area ito, o fundamental areas ito ng human resources. Okay? So, you recruit people, resume, then you select them, analyze them, kung sino yung fit sa organization, kung kailangan may testing, interviews, then you do it. No? Kasi dun nakikita kung ang isang tao is qualified ba talaga dun sa position na ina-applyan niya based on the processes of recruitment and selection or the talent acquisition. Okay? So, once you hired the person na, pangalawa, yung compensation and benefits. Kasi kailangan mong magbigay ng job offer. Kailangan mong sabihin na ito yung compensation mo, ito yung compensation package, these are the benefits. Para si applicant o yung newly hired, tatanggapin niya, or yung yung newly hired, tatanggapin niya yung job offer mo kasi nakalay down na doon yung compensation, yung mga benefits niya. So, hindi yung kailangan mawala sa pag-manage ng tao. Okay? Pangatlo, labor relations. Okay? Kasi, actually, yung salary is part of labor relations yan. Yung tatawag natin labor standards. We have standards kasi na sinet up na ng Labor Code of the Philippines. No? So, kailangan siyang sundan. Hindi siya pwedeng bumaba. Pwedeng tumaas doon sa standard ng Labor Code of the Philippines, pero hindi siya pwedeng bumaba. So, labor relations, hindi siya pwedeng mawala. Ang labor relations din nagsasabi kung yung control, no? Yung control ng tao. Meron kasi management prerogative, no, na mag-set up siya ng sariling rules and regulation. But when it comes to termination of employees, suspension of employees, merong rules yan na binigay ang Labor Code of the Philippines and rules and regulation na sinet up ng Department of Labor and Employment. So, kailangan yan sa HR. Hindi pwede mawala yan. Karamihan ng company na hindi nagpa-practice ng labor relations, actually, ito yung mga company na inuulan ng mga labor cases, no? Kasi nagte-terminate sila ng basta-basta, na hindi nila sinusunod yung rules na stated ng labor laws natin. Okay? So, kailangan mo ng recruitment and selection, kailangan mo ng compensation and benefits, then kailangan mo ng labor relations para makontrol mo yung behavior ng tao and para alam mo rin kung paano mo terminate or didisciplinahin yung mga empleyado. Pang-apat, yung records management. Siyempre, upon recruitment, nanghihingi ka ng kung ano ng mga requirements, di ba? Birth certificate, transfer of records, employment certificate, medical, NBI clearance. So, lahat ng yan kinikip yan sa tinatawag nating 201 file. Okay? And, hindi ito dapat mawala sa HR. Kasi pag ito nawala sa HR, at nagkaroon ng problema, for example, sa labor relation, at kailangan mo humugot ng records, tapos wala kang mahugot, problema yan. Alright? So, kailangan yung yung records management, hindi mawawala yan sa human resource. Okay, so ulitin ko. Recruitment and selection, compensation and benefits, labor relations, and records management for fundamental areas of human resources. The other areas, pwede itong wala. Actually, may mga company na nabubuhay nang wala yung other areas na yun. Basta itong apat na to, meron sila. Okay? But yung other areas, kagaya ng mga employee relations, employee engagement, performance evaluation, or performance management, pwede siyang wala no? But, itong mga area to, makakatulong ito para ma-achieve yung goals and objectives ng company. So, kumbaga kung isipin mo, parang hindi rin siya pwedeng wala. But, again, the company can live, can survive even without those things. But, if the company really wants na mag-grow siya, no, in terms of people management, kailangan niya pasukan ng mga other areas na ito. Organizational development, HR analytics, HRIS or HR information system na tawag, so HRIT, HR marketing yung kailangan sa recruitment, so marami. Currently ngayon nag-i-evolve, nalagdagan pa ng field ang human resources. Meron pa tayong tinatawag na HR audit, ino-audit yung mga processes ng HR. So, actually marami siya. Marami, no? But, itong 4 na binanggit ko sa inyo kanina, recruitment, compensation, labor relation, and records management, ito yung dapat na hindi mawawala. Alright? So, I hope you learned something from today. Hopefully soon, titignan natin yung different fields ng HR. Actually, isa-isahin natin, no? Para magkaroon tayo ng mga information. Again, yung mga binibigay ko based on my experience ito, and based ito sa mga iba't ibang company na pinanggalingan ko, no, and mga iba't ibang company na napag-aaralan ko or na naririnig ko na ganito yung kanilang ginagawa, no. So I hope you learned something from this video, and if you like this video, please share this. If you have question, please write on the comment section below, and then gusto ko din malaman kung ano yung thoughts niyo about human resources. Alright, thank you.